Hello and welcome back to the Bread Compound. Tonight we're going to do something hopefully a little quicker than usual and very easy. Great for you deer hunters out there. We're going to do a Venison Parmesan using the backstrap meat. So we'll get right to it and hope you enjoy this video. Alright, the first thing we did was we cut our backstrap into steaks about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch thick. Okay, so they're fairly thick steaks. We've gone to a lot of lengths to trim all of this silver skin and stuff off. If you see any of that stuff, just go ahead and trim that off of there, because that's the stuff that gets all chewy on your venison, and that's the stuff that makes people not like venison. So get that off of there, and then when you get it all trimmed up, you just want to pound them out flat with a nice little tenderizing mallet there. And I'll do this in a part of your kitchen where you won't make too big a mess, because it can be a little splattery, but it's not too bad. Poundy, 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 poundy. Just flatten it out. Flip it over. Hit the other side. And set that aside. So you end up with a little steak. It's about twice what you started with. Okay? Set that aside. Go to the next one. Poundy, poundy, poundy. These are actually just thawing out here. And a lot of times you'll find little spots like that one. Where's the camera? Hello camera. There you are. Needs a little bit more trimming, so go ahead and trim that off. There you go. Pound that out. This tenderizes it, helps it picks up the flavoring and the Italian breadcrumbs and Parmesan mix we're going to be adding. That's going to be awesome. Alright, we'll come back and we have all that done. Alright, we've got our cutlets all pounded out very nicely. And what we're going to do, we've set up our little station here to do each one in the flour first. Got just a little flour coating. Coat them. Get them good and evenly coated. Then they're going to go in egg wash, which is nothing but a couple of eggs with a little bit of milk. And egg wash. And straight into the mixture of Italian breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese. You want to make sure you get a good thick coating of this. Just kind of pat it down with your fingers. And then set it aside. I'm actually putting it in the casserole dish that I'm going to use later to bake everything once we're done with the frying. Alright, so you get a nice good thick coating on there. And do the next one. And you see, once you pound these things out, they get pretty good sized. So what starts out as just a small cut of meat actually ends up being a pretty good portion. The flour on there good. Shake, 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 and egg wash. Nice little bath. And in the breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese. So you see, it's pretty simple. No rocket science, no space shuttles. Just get a good coating. And set him aside. And we'll be back when we have all that done. Alright, now that you have all of your cutlets all ready to go, what we want to do is just pan fry them with a little olive oil. I got it set at like 350, 375, somewhere thereabouts. Just give these a quick fry, a couple minutes aside, then they're going to sit on paper towels to drain. Over there. We'll come back to that with the flip. Alright, just a few minutes each side to see what these things are going to look like. Oh, come on. There we go. ahead and fry all these up and then we'll come back. Pretty simple stuff. All right, I just wanted to show you guys this, the size of these. This is a standard 12-inch electric skillet. And when you pound those things out with a tenderizer mallet like that, look at the size you get of these things. They're actually very good sized cuts for this dish. So don't be afraid to wail on them with that mallet a little bit. It's going to really make them tender, and it's going to work out great. So I've got these two more, then we'll be ready to put it together in the casserole dish. So we're all fried up. Now I've got a thin layer of my favorite jar sauce. Yes, I did not make this at home because I'm looking for simple and easy and amazing stuff. So just keeping it simple. Shake a little Parmesan on top of a thin layer of your favorite pasta sauce. And then we want to layer these things in there. Ow, that's still hot. Yo! Gotta kind of overlap them a little bit. Ouch. They're hotter than I thought. Imagine that. Alright. And then put another little thin layer of sauce on top of that. I know some of you guys are going to give me a fit about the jar sauce, but remember, we're trying to make wild game easy for anyone. That's the purpose of these videos. And another nice layer of Parmesan cheese. Let's speed this up a little bit. It's Venison Parmesan. Don't be bashful with your Parmesan, okay? Another nice layer. Let's move this one up there. This one right there. There we go. Now what we're going to do with this, a typical veal Parmesan, you'd cook about anywhere from 15 to maybe 30 minutes tops. This is venison. What we're going to be doing is actually going to be braising the meat. It's going to make it more tender. And we want to put this in 325 for about an hour. The recipe is going to be posted below for you guys. And we get that done. Another layer of Parmesan, just a little bit. We're going to leave this in about an hour at 325 and then come back. Then top it off with some mozzarella. It'll be ready to serve over whatever pasta you choose. So we're going to cover this. See you in an hour. We are ready. We have got this. Been in for about an hour. That's my oven timer doing this thing. Now what I'm going to do, take this off, and yeah, it's very, very hot, as you can see. I'm actually going to add the rest of my lovely sauce, because I'm a saucy guy. Just a little bit. And we're going to top this with some nice mozzarella. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this back in, just kind of brown the cheese on top a little bit. It will not be in for very long. There we go. A little extra. And if I had my oregano handy, there we go, just a little bit of oregano on top of there for a little color. And back in the oven to toast that up. Let's get this out of here. All right. There you go. We're going to let that rest just a minute, and then we'll dish it up. Alright, look at there. We have got some nice thin spaghetti all set to go. Drain that off. And get some of our venison parmesan, and it is hot, hot, hot. Come on out of there, you. More tools. Once you've got this done, it's kind of hard to see where one piece begins and the other ends. Extra sauce on there. Side. And there you have venison parmesan. Melt in your mouth. Y'all need to make some of that up. That's something different you can do with your deer meat. So that's it for venison parmesan. You guys try this with your next piece of venison backstrap. And you know what? You can't get this just anywhere. Can't get it at your grocery store. You got to go get it. Hit the like button while you're thinking about it. Go ahead and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos, and we'll see you next time.